There we go. All right. That's us on camera. Okay. Little late today. Waking up was hard on this Sunday, but I did it. Yay, go me. Small accomplishments. All right, we are working on the YouTube. We have sound. We have second video will be running in a minute. In non-YouTube time, I've been working on a tank. So this is the artillery tank. I showed this off on the other stream where it was fully magnetized and all. This is the artillery piece for the Death Guard. I've just been sort of blocking in colors, trying to get my base colors down. So he's off on the side over there. Where are we at? My desk is very messy at the moment because I have many little projects going constantly. And several large projects also going. So give me 1 second. Make some space because we're not going to be painting today. We're going to be building. Building. Alright. I also did some 3D printing yesterday. And I 3D printed a base for this little Skaven truck. This is just ABS 3D printing. It's 120 by 95 millimeters. I printed it on a Flash Forge Creator Pro. It took like an hour and a half, really weirdly. But it did a good job, and I got a base that I needed that the store didn't have. This truck's not actually supposed to be on a base, but I like... Let me rephrase that. I hate when they give you vehicles that aren't on bases. So, like, Mr. the Tank here will probably get a base as well. It doesn't change the profile that much. You can see on the bottom it's still the white plastic. You know, it adds a little bit to the sides, like, it's... But I think it looks so much better, and it actually sits the right height. So when you compare it against the other truck, the wheels actually sit the right height now. Let me put my hands on that. The wheels actually sit the right height, as opposed to like this one being like that, which always irks the hell out of me. So a little bit bigger, it looks a little bit more imposing, kind of cool. I'm a big fan of putting vehicles like this on bases, even though they are technically not supposed to have them. So I need to finish that base up. I also 3D printed some dragon's teeth as I punched by the camera. So these were done as individual pieces and then glued together. Just free file I grabbed off of Thingiverse. I printed 3 of these because they're going to go on my night base. So let me swap to the other camera and show that off. So I've actually lost the base to this night, and I've not been able to find it. I've actually been tearing the house apart trying to find it. There we go. So this is what they look like. They've got little teeth on them, and then there's, it's hard to say, but there's little rivet details here and there that sort of show you how they go together. So each one of the poles took about 5 minutes. And my thing told me if I was to print this by itself, it would take me like an hour. I was like, that's insane. So thankfully they had the individual pole bits too. So they're there. This is my war dog knight. I've shown off a couple of times. There he is. So they're going to be on his base. So let's take him apart. So like if that's his leg profile, they're going to be like this. So sort of like he's walking through like a trench line kind of thing. and then his pilot is going to be magnetized and go right in the middle like that. So it should work pretty good. Maybe we'll get to that today. I've got some just crappy foam that we use to build it up to make it look like a trench. But maybe we'll get to that today, maybe we will not. We will see. Alright, let me move him back off the screen. So just running through all the projects I got going on. And we're going to go back to this one. Okay. So I did a neat thing at work, and they were like, hey, have some money. So I was like, okay, I'll take money. God, my beard is really, mustache, killing me. I gotta shave you off. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take money. Money's great. So I decided that I would go and expand out my Star Wars Legion stuff a little bit. I had a lot of fun playing it before, convinced my husband to play with me. Hopefully maybe again that'll happen, maybe not, who knows, we'll see. Trying though. So I went and I picked up some Star Wars Legion stuff. Specifically, I got Clone Captain Rex. He's like an ARC Trooper-y kind of guy with dual pistols. He is an HQ. I got some ARC Troopers. Pretty much at this point, I didn't really have a list built for Star Wars. I was just kind of just like, these are neat models, I'm going to pick these up, and I'm sure they won't put me over the 800 kind of deal. That's what I was sort of going for. So I got these guys as well, to go with Commander Cody. No, Captain Rex. Commander Cody would be like the yellow guy with the visor thing. Anyway. And then I got a AT tank for the droids, as I'm trying to build out both the droids and the clones to their appropriate point values. You know what I mean? Trying to build both of them out, not really focusing on one or the other. So when I got the ARC Troopers, I was like, I want to get something for the droids too. So picked this up. This tank pretty much almost puts me at a full list for them. They just need probably one more box of troops, and then they're at a full scale list, which is really cool. And these guys, I think they need what do they need? They need a vehicle and then a box of troops or something like that. So both armors are pretty close. They're not that far off to being full legal sized, which is really, really cool. That I could have a full scale game with them, which would be pretty rad. Alright, so let's go back to our friend Mr. The Other Camera. There we go. And we're going to make a little bit of space. Move that shit up there. And we're going to crack open our droid tank, AAT. As you can see, it comes with cards and tokens, everything it needs, and then you get the big tank. So this guy, unlike some of the 40K vehicles, does come with a base. It's a pretty big honking base. It's got the directional things and the little chips out of it for the movement vehicle, blah blah blah. We got our instructions. These are our cards and our tokens. I was looking at these in the car already. Apparently, if you hit it in the back, it takes more damage, which is really neat. So, alright. Let's get our instructions out. So, the first step actually already comes pre-done. This guy's he's already snapped together there, which is cool. Get the rest of our runners out. Look at that. This is a nice bag. I will save that. We'll be saving that bag. Alright. So, this is part of the, neck for it. let's see, this is the turret and the barrel and some antennas and some side guns. This is parts of the turret, some of the side guns, the back hatch for the neck, more bits for the neck. Oh, these are parts for the turret too. They're the housing or something on the, yeah. There's the doors for the cupola, I think it's called, and then some more bits for the turret here and there. And then we have our little cutie droid guy. So this cutie droid guy is actually an upgrade onto the tank, so we're going to magnetize him. We're also going to magnetize the turret so it can spin. So we got a little bit of fun creation in us today besides just gluing these guys together according to instructions. So we've got some fun like hobby in there. It's pretty cool. I mean, gluing them together is fun hobby too, but you know, like we have more advanced hobby, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start getting these pieces clipped out. This feels like hard plastic to me, so I'm going to say this is going to be regular plastic putty, not plastic putty, plastic glue. But I'm going to verify that in a second. Alright, we're going to save these, put these off to the side. Alright, so let's see. Super glue or plastic glue. Okay, cool. So we're good for plastic glue. That's what we want. I would rather use plastic glue. So, alright, so now we need... You can see the instructions there. We need this guy, which is like the back hatch, and this part, which is like technical detail. Put those out. Really, you should probably snip further away from the pieces. But there we go. The nippers I have are so good that I don't need to do that too much. So use a little bit of cleanup, nothing terrible. Alright, sweet. Alright, so this guy, same thing. Except I'm going to totally screw that up. That's fine. And then the others are both good. I'm going to check this guy. He's got a little nub too. We'll clean him up too. Okay. Coolio. Alright, here we go. So the instructions have it going like this, and then this goes in like that. Can do. No, this goes in like that. There we go. Alright, let's get that glue out. I do really like the Citadel glue bottles, but this one I've been having a horrible time getting it to not clog up on me. So I'm gonna get some glue down there. Like that. Get that guy in. Get this guy in like this. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll get him put together. See, I screwed up there. We'll wipe that off. And then we will see how this fits together. Alright, and then so what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue on the posts because I don't know where the edges are, so we'll figure those out as we sign it, because I did not dry fit it because I'm a dummy head, but it's okay. I'm assuming this is going to be one here. Alright, so go ahead and we'll put that together like that. There we go. And that's our tank done. Thank you for watching. No. And then we need to do this guy here, which is just goes like that. Kind of a shame that's not a working hatch, to be honest. But there's not much value in getting it to work, so we're not going to bother. We're just going to glue it on. Because I mean, like, what would you see on the inside, right? There's not like there's details or anything in there, you know. And the hinge itself is even flat. But it would have been cool if they would have made it actually working hinge. Yeah, I'm really surprised there isn't like in episode 1 there were like these like troop carriers. I'm surprised they're actually not available in this game, because they're one of those things that I sort of like associate with like clones and stuff. Yeah, and they're not available. It's really weird. Alright, so let's set him off to the side, and we've got some of the body pieces here to build. So these are all numbered, I will say, but honestly the pieces are so like large and clear and visible that like you don't the fact that they're numbered doesn't matter. There we go, got both of those. That's cool. All right, then we're gonna clip these little cannons out too, because we're gonna need those too. Pew, 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 pew. These are the anti-personnel cannons. They're pretty much the thing that's supposed to keep like people from running up onto the tank, although they like constantly failed in the movie and didn't do their job. Hence why there's an entire scene where Jar Jar Binks bounces around on top of one of these and blows it up somehow. But those little cannons, they're supposed to stop that from happening. We might have to... So, these cannons, their barrels are really tiny. I'm not going to worry about drilling them out. They're just... If I'm completely honest, they're too tiny to worry about. That's just too much. We're not doing that. But... some of the bigger ones we might. So, like that one. Yeah, I'm going to drill that one out. We'll actually do that before we put it on the tank. Oh, these connect. These connect like that. I wonder if... no, there's no value in magnetizing them. I was like, I could magnetize them, then they could point up or down. Pew, pew, pew. And I was like, no. No, you did. I've got way too many, like, literally the entire bottom of my computer stand here is covered in night parts that are magnetized. So, like, I've got way too many magnetized bits. I love magnetizing stuff, but I need to rein it in. Too much. There's no value in making these guns spin, though it's cool. It would be cool. Maybe we'll make the gun spin. We're probably gonna make the gun spin. It's cool. Alright. Let's get these bits put together first. Like that. Yeah, because I mean, we could just nip that right off. Plop a 5mm on there. Plop the gun right on the 5mm. And then the gun would totally spin. Alright, we'll debate that. So the nice thing about doing stupid magnet stuff like that, minus the fact that I like stupid magnet stuff, is that if I ever drop this model, which, let's be honest, it's going to happen because I fucking drop everything, but if I ever drop this model, the point of pressure, like, it has a lower chance of snapping because there's somewhere for it to give or bend, which is really nice. So we're going to set those off to the side. We're going to drill these out in a second. Those get glued on there. These get glued on onto the body of the tank. So let's do those next. You know, it always struck me as weird when I was a kid that you have these tanks, right? And the tank is basically a big battle droid, but they didn't just chuck a battle droid AI in it. Like, it has a crew and like a commander and stuff. And that always struck me as really weird. It was always like, why doesn't it just run off AI and just be like a completely self-maintained thing? But no, it's got commanders and stuff, which is always really weird. At least I always thought it was weird. Alright. This. It's like a little... Figure out which side it goes on. This is why you always dry fit everything. Okay, so the whole piece doesn't go in, it just goes on like that. Alright, cool, we got that. Alright, so let's get this guy in here like that, and this guy in here like this. There we go. Like that. And then like that. Man, this is a really fucking cool model. Jesus. It's really cool. Alright, let's go ahead and actually just attach him to the bottom. No reason not to. Looking at the instructions. We won't put him on the base yet, but we'll put him on the model. There he goes. It's really cool. That's super, super, super cool. Man, it's so big compared to all the little guys. That's really cool. Knight, eat your heart out. This was $50. Why are you 150? Because I'm for a game that prices things due to the amount you need in the game. And in fairness, Knights are actually way more detailed than this. This is Citadel plastic glue. Really, it's any kind of plastic cement. Just something that will melt both sides is all I care about. For example, I also have testers, non-plastic, cement. There's also one that I pick up every now and then called Model Master. This one's probably my favorite, but to be honest, it's super hard to get on island, so I don't get that one very often. So that bottle's actually empty. And this one's I fucking hate this one. This one's garbage. The bottle for it is just horrible. It doesn't have a metal applicator like this has, so it's a real pain in the ass. Alright, so there we go. There's our Mr. the Tank. So let's get some of his little details on. So here's the hatch. So we might as well just fucking clip everything out, to be honest. The pieces are all so unique. Using the numbers isn't going to help us at all. So yeah, we're just going to clip everything out. So this is hard plastic, like Games Workshop, which is very nice because it holds detail extremely well. But it is a little bit softer than them. So to be honest, it's actually nicer to clip out of the pieces. It is definitely not as hard as like gunpla plastic, which is harder than everything else in miniatures. So like a lot of the angles are a little soft, but I mean it doesn't matter. It looks good enough. I mean, you know, like the edge there is nice hard angles. If it was GW, you'd probably be able to fucking cut yourself on it. Same thing with gunpla, but to be honest, I think it's fine. All right, there we go. Okay. We got our instructions. You're gonna get 18 inches of snow. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Although I'm not. I miss snow a lot. Also, hi Chris. I'm building a tank. I'm building a Star Wars tank. Because it's cool. Let's see, this guy goes in like that. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to round out my Star Wars groups. I'm trying to convince my husband to play some more. I don't know if that's happening, but I'm trying. I'm trying to round the armies out, add some more cool stuff to them. Get them up to, you know, being like true armies. Oh, the droids are cool. I've got clones too, so we'll build them next. I like the droids. I think they're cool. They're a lot of fun designs. Oh God, why am I immediately moving on? We have to magnetize it and drill things. All right, let's find. Because of course we do. Actually, let's snip all these out and get these runners out of the way. So this is the housing and whatever the word for movement pieces on a turret. Looking at the design, it actually looks like you'll be able to pose it up or down, which is pretty cool. I'll probably just have it going forward, but it looks like a nice detail that's in there. All right. There we go. Battle of Jamestown. Oh, in yeah. I forget. Was it the droids or clones that came already snipped? It is some of the clone stuff, not all the clone stuff. So for example, Captain Cody here is soft plastic. Not Captain Cody. Captain Rex is soft plastic, so he's going to have to be super glued. But the ARC Troopers are hard plastic, so they're going to be snipped. This guy's loose. So we'll build both those today as well. So, all right. That is assuming I don't take forever magnetizing this thing, because I'm a derphead, and that's what I do. Alright. Man, I should have figured this out before I decided to put these on. Let's see, this... Oh, crap. The hell? There we go. That's a weird connection, if I ever saw one. There we go. Just like that. Alright. Okay, that's part of the tank. Let's I keep getting sidetracked putting bits on the tank. Let's do our barrel drilling. All right. So a bunch of the little barrels we're not going to worry about. Yeah, so they're technically called soft plastic. This hard plastic is usually referred to as HIPS. The other one is more of like an ABS blend to it. You can't use plastic cement on ABS based plastic. You have to use super glue. It doesn't melt it. It holds it. So like the container the super glue is actually in is like an ABS blend plastic. That's why it doesn't melt the that's why the glue doesn't melt through the bottle. Yeah, so Gundam plastic is usually usually a mix of the two. You'll usually have ABS for the joints, and the rest of it you're going to have as like super hard plastic. Gundam plastic is actually not baked twice, because all these like plastic models are actually cooked twice, and that's because during the molding process they actually get filled with hairline fractures, and cooking it twice melts the fractures down. In Gunpla they don't do that because the fractures actually help adhese paint. It also makes them slightly more brittle and easier to cracking. So like some of the like Gundam frames and stuff actually have like a more of like a hybrid plastic these days, and that's to prevent that kind of cracking and stuff. So like I have a ton of Gunpla on my desk. This is like a 30-minute mission kit, so like his frame is much softer than the rest of him. It's still hard enough that it's going to work for plastic glue, but like his armor is way harder than his frame is, and you can feel it with your hands, like the difference when you hold it. So alright, so let's see, where were we? Which one were we doing? No, that one. Alright, that's not nearly big enough. Let's get a bigger bit. There we go. Well, this one should be good. So yeah, I just throw, honestly, because the bits are a pain in the ass to track down, I just throw a magnet in the middle of them, and it saves me a bunch of hassle. There we go. Not you. You're gonna do you. Just because I want it to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Pew pew. Now there's a little hole for the lasers to come out. And then that side also has a little hole for the lasers to come out. The guy who fought for my crusade had some rebel ship guards from Star Wars as his Imperial Guard. That's pretty cool. Was he running Imperial Guard? Was it like all tank commander spam, which seems to be the thing nowadays? Like every Imperial Guard list I've seen recently has been nothing but tanks. And it's just like, okay, I get it, they're padded, but how about you have some troops in there too, bud? The sculpts he got were from the 90s, from some Aussie game that changed like 90 cents per sculpt. So he had a giant blob of conscripts. See, that's awesome. That's really cool for Imperial Guard. I think it's cool when the Guard have the like... Yeah, see, that's super cool. I like that a lot. I think that's really fun. I think that's way cooler than just like a bunch of tanks, because I don't know. Like lore wise, they're supposed to have these like inexhaustible numbers of just people that they don't give a fuck about. You're all good, dude. Did you see the local Other Realms is going to be doing a an Age of Sigmar slow grow thing? Oh man. Oh, this is just barely not wide enough. Okay. 5mm drill bit. Sadly, this is really ghetto. I don't have a handle for this one. So I apologize for this being super ghetto, but I don't have a handle for this one. Really, I think this is pretty much just the whole size. There we go. All right. Yep, and then she fits nice in there. Okay. I'm going to do that to the other side as well. Ow. Do that to the other side as well. So you don't have to magnetize these. There's like no point in it at all. Yeah, I did. Juice is running it. I don't know if I want to join it though. I'm going to build up stuff and buy the General's Handbook from last year. I have it if you want to see it. I haven't gotten to use it. I picked it up because it has this really cool, like, make your own commander thing, and I thought it would be really fun to see if people wanted to do like a kit bash for it, but no one seemed interested in it when I mentioned it on the Discord. Yeah, if you want to see it, I have it. I can, like, if you want any pictures of it or anything, just let me know. Oop. Because like I said, I picked it up just for that that section on making your own guy, because I thought it was really neat. Alright, there we go. Clipping off their little bits. So yeah, magnetizing these is pointless. Like, completely, absolutely pointless. But I think it's cool, so I'm going to do it. It will make them a little more resistant to breaking, which is nice. And it'll let me be able to aim them up and down, which I think is cool. But it, you know, it's not like I have different blasters or something like that can swap in here. I'm really just doing this because I think it's cool. There we go. All right, so just a blob of super glue, and this is a 5mm by technically 2mm magnet. Don't let your memes be dreams. Dude, you want to see magnetizing memes? There's magnetizing memes, alright? I have more over here. Here's a different gun that's not sprayed. Here's a multi-melta. Yeah. I gotta take the shield off it so it'll magnetize up. Yeah. So magnetizing is real. Alright. Okay, and then we got, crap, where'd the magnets go? There. Alright. Got this one here as well. I am also going to magnetize the turret. So, there we go. Fuck. Which side had glue on it? All the sides now, I'm sure, have glue on them. It's that one. There we go. Cool. All right. So then, I'm going to put a little blob of super glue in here, like that. Get it in the hole. And I'm going to get this guy in the hole too. Oop, that's too much. And then this, with this side facing down, gets dropped in the hole. Just like that. And it gets pushed all the way down. Make sure she sits flat. And then she will go bloop. Pew 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 pew. Let's see. It's like a ceiling fan full of DACA. Yes, very much. Although in the movies these guns never did anything. When'd you? I literally had this yesterday. The way to tip is because I just let the fumes out as easily as the cap. Yeah, I like the gel because it doesn't run everywhere, to be honest. Um, so like it sticks a little bit, which is really what I want super glue to do. And it holds better than like plastic glue will. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to give those a little bit to dry. And then they are magnetized on there. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's close this guy up because we're not going to need it until we magnetize the turret. And then we're going to, I'm going to swap, put these on here. So I'll put a little bit of super glue around them, or plastic glue. And then I'm assuming the cool detail goes on the front, so yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Like that. There we go. These are the anti-personnel guns that never did anything in any of the damn movies. Oh crap! This one came out. It's a problem. Oh, I broke it all. All right, you're gonna stay. We're gonna figure these magnets out. Apparently, there was too much glue on the inside, and it just glued itself to the magnet. Okay, well, I don't need to cut my finger open on camera, so we'll just pull out new magnets. There we go. To whoever cut my hair, I cut my hair in my bathroom because trying to keep my hair cut is too damn expensive. So I just do it myself because tidying it up every week or so it's too damn expensive for me. And I don't like going to the barber anyway, so. You know, that's like not having to go to the barber and then. Oh, is this the right one or the wrong one? Oh, shit. Not having to do the barber is nice. Okay, there we go. Now we push it in. Okay, now we set it aside to dry. Alright, now the guns are actually magnetized. To be honest, I kind of always thought this tank looked sort of like a squid. So, I don't know why. I just always thought it looked like a squid. Okay, so let's see. Back to our instructions. We've got some little clips that go in the hull. These are hand guards, I guess, for the droids to grab on when they're like clambering onto the tank and stuff. Something you never see that's on real tanks that you never see in like movie designs are tool clasps. So a lot of tanks, they carry their like kit for like repairing the tank and stuff like on the outside of it. And it's something you never see in movies. Like when they, you know, design an alien tank. Like you never see like tool clasps or barrel cleaning bars or like that bar they use to like get them stuck out. Like a bunch of like old tanks would carry like basically like a tree trunk on them, so that they could use it as like a wedge in case they ever got stuck. I only know this because I've been watching like nothing but scale modeling tutorials. And that's how I know any of this, because otherwise I wouldn't. I was super into tanks and stuff when I was little. There used to be a place called Aberdeen Proving Ground, like Tank Museum. I don't know what else it's called. And it was really cool. They had all these tanks outside. You go look at stuff. It was the coolest thing when I was a kid. I don't know if it's still around or not, but it's super, super cool. Okay, cool. All right. Just snipping parts to make it easier later. Alright, so here we go. We got some handholds. These... Where the hell did they go? Okay, so they go like this. Like that. Just to make sure the nubs are totally tripped down on these, otherwise they're not going to fit in the holes right. Okay. Ah. Okay. So, interestingly, these actually have they actually have a built-in system so you don't screw it up. One of the pegs is a square, the rest are round. That prevents you from putting them on the wrong side. That's really cool. I know this because I just tried to put them on the wrong side apparently. Yeah, that's super cool. That's really, really good design. Yeah. Super rad. Alright. We got some more hand clasps. Or hand holds, hand things. Trim them down so there's no nubs on them. Wow, I've been working on this tank for like 40 minutes already. Jesus. I expected this would not take this long. I mean, it's fine that it did, but like, man, crazy. There we go. I was like, man, I'll blitz through all the Star Wars stuff, and then I'll go work on my night base. Yeah, we're not getting to the night base today. We're gonna be lucky if we get through all the Star Wars stuff. We'll do Commander Cody next, so I can show him off. Captain Rex, not Commander Cody. Alright, so there we go. So that's everything from those steps to here. Next up, we are building the turret, and I think it's called a cupola. Or a cupola. It's like the hatch that the commander can come out of. And we will be magnetizing a guy into the commander hatch, which I should do before I glue this down. Let me stop gluing it down. Oh, get out of the way. 10 millimeter, technically by 2. I believe these were sold on Amazon as 10 by 1, but they're technically by 2. The reason I'm using a bigger magnet here is because I don't know how the base for the captain's going to fit yet. I didn't dry fit it. But this magnet is going to be overkill. Basically, this guy's never going to move. But I'm doing it because I don't know where he's going to sit. So I'd rather have... Come on. Motherfucker. Killing me. That's good enough. Alright. I'd rather have more magnet and him actually sit than not have coverage where he's actually going to touch the platform. Alright, so that's going to go in here like that. We'll figure out how to magnetize this as well. Yeah, let's figure out how to magnetize it before we put all the little gubbins on it. And then we need to drill that barrel out as well. So this will be easier to magnetize without all the little bits on it. Okay. So she just sits in there like that. Which means so there's like a second lip, like a lower lip in here. That's what we're going to use to connect this with. So this is actually just a piece of the runner that was holding this guy on. I kept it because I was like, it was really flat on one side, and I was like, I bet you that will work really well to magnetize him. Alright, so basically what we're doing is we're building a support bar for the magnet to go onto on the inside of the tank. So this way, when the turret goes down, the lip there doesn't push our support bar in. It's just it's low enough that it sits right inside. All right, so let's get our magnets back out. There we go, magnet pile, and I'm going to need 2 of these. There we go. All right, so the first one we'll just glue right down right now. Okay. This support bar probably could have been closer to the middle, so I'm probably going to offset the magnet a little bit. There we go. All right. And then the inside of the tank here also needs a support bar, so we're going to do that too. We're going to trim these off because we don't need them on this one because the hole is smaller. Okay, so we're good there. Then we're going to cover this in glue like that, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the tank. Just, all right. She's not going to be able to go straight across. Tweezers are one of the best modeling supplies out there for things like this. Specifically plastic tweezers, so that your magnets don't get stuck to them. But fuck, I have metal tweezers. Okay. Come on, catch. Catch, please, catch. So there we go. Alright, now we're going to give that a couple minutes to dry. You know, support bars like that are just big models, like tanks and big robots, and smaller models too. I use support bars like this whenever there's not an easy way to attach the magnet. So like, if I wanted to do magnets like all the way to the bottom there, you'd be talking like 5 or 6 magnets, and that's crazy. Like, that's way more support than this needs. Same thing with this, right? Like, this is so I can have a magnet in like the middle, and so it can connect here, like nice and easy. So, for example, this is probably glued enough. No, 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 fuck. I broke everything. It wasn't glued enough yet. Alright, we're gonna set that back to the side. We're gonna let this set, and then we'll glue it on. Okay. We'll actually just break out this super glue. Like that. Okay. The magnet for the cupola is being a little bit of a pain in the tail. Shit. Yeah, so magnets can be hard, but they are. I enjoy them. I also enjoy the process of magnetizing. I know a lot of people complain about it, but like, I think it's fun. Because lots of times it's like a puzzle. You're trying to get the model to do something it's not supposed to. Alright, I have to get this bar to set some more before I can do the inside magnets, so. Let's keep going then. We're gonna just let that set then. Alright. Just gonna get some more details up on this tank. So that one, that one, that one, that one. A little bit of overspray glue we'll clean up. And then there we go. Like that. And this goes on the very back. Like that. And then we got some of these cheesers. There we go. And up. And there we go. That. Alright. Now let's drill the barrel for the cannon out. So you don't have to drill your barrels out, but I like the way it looks. Like, even if they're not, you know, like, sometimes they're a little crooked or they're not quite wide enough or something. I still think it looks cooler than a flat barrel. So, yeah, like this one's a little crooked, but I still think it looks cooler than if I hadn't done anything. There we go. That, boys and girls, is how drill a barrel. Alright. So, next up, let's build our turret. No, this is not the turret. This is the housing and recoil arm or something. I don't know. I've been watching all these scale modeling tutorials, and like, the guy knows all the tank parts, so like as he's like building his tanks or whatever, like he's like, this is the blah 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 blah, and this is the blah blah blah, and this is the tension sprocket and the pulley fadangle, and it's pretty cool, but like at the same time I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. So like this part's actually like for recoil for the barrel or something. Alright, here we go. And then we can get some glue on there. So I am going to blob some glue on the barrel, tank barrel, on the housing. Go. Just because it'll help it hold it. Like that. And then all right. So that that's our tank. Just like that. So we're going to build the tank commander. That's going to be popping out the top. And then we will do the last magnet. Let me put some glue here in the cupola. Go. So yeah, man, this is a really big model for only being like $50. And it's very large and detailed. And that's a good chunk of an army too, which is nice. Alright, that's our pieces. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's build our buddy here. So I am going to magnetize this guy as well, because he is technically an upgrade for the tank, which is pretty cool. I don't think you really need to do this, but I do think it's neat. You can also declare this guy an HQ, so you can have like a guy riding in a tank leading your army, which is really neat, especially if you wanted to do like a really thematic like all droids list. That would be super rad. God, we've been building this tank for an hour already. All right, we will at least get to Captain Cody, because this tank's almost done. Okay. So again, these are hard plastics, so we can just bop them right up with plastic glue. There we go. With these droids, the trick to building them is that on their front, they have this little light, and that means that's their front. The first droid I built backwards, and I was like, why doesn't he fit better? And it's because he was backwards. And we're gonna clip this nub off because that's where our magnet's gonna go. All right. Let's get some bits here on the arms, here on the head. Alright, so that's this guy here. Roger, roger. He's pointing into the distance. I do wish the droid heads came as one piece. Like, the heads are like the fiddliest part to put together. Like, they're not that bad, right? Like, it just goes together just like that, and you just push it together. But like, if I had one complaint about the droids, it would be that their heads are two pieces. Roger, roger. I do like all the alternate, since the droids are like entirely interchangeable, I do like the fact that you basically get alternate parts in every one of these kits. So like, if you wanted to, you could like in theory swap these arms with a different commander. With a different like group leader, I guess, not commander. Like if you wanted a different looking unit. You could give this guy the binoculars that are like up on his face, like the standard troops have, if you wanted. Oop. I just think it's pretty cool. Our buddy here does not have a backpack, but he does have a little commander's antenna. which we will plop on right there. And there it goes. And that's our tank commander droid. Alright, now let's get his magnets on. 3mm by 1mm is what we're going to run for this. We're going to figure out the polarity. It goes like that. Okay. It's going to blop a little bit of glue on his base here. And then we're going to blop this onto his base. Shit. I'm going to check the polarity again. Just got his base right there. Make sure it's in the middle. And make sure it's in the middle. Make sure it's in the middle. There we go. Alright, and then we have a magnetized tank commander. Pull these out so we don't need them anymore. And then... Roger, roger! So, nice and easy. Alright, let's check our other magnets, and then we'll finish magnetizing the turret, and then we'll build Captain Rex as well. So, checking our other magnets. Make sure they are good. This one's got a little bit of residue on the inside, so we need to clean that up. There's a little bit of residue preventing her from sitting super flat, so let's do that. Like that. Go. There we go. Because they are magnetized, we can do fun little poses, like put them in different directions and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Magnetized little side cannons. This one's still got that little bit of residue, but we'll work it around and it'll fix itself as we play with it. So. All right. You know what? Actually, I don't really want. I kind of want them to sit out like that a little bit. I don't know. I can plop another magnet in here, and then they'll sit further out. But then I won't be able to do things like that, or like this. So, sort of having that empty space lets me move them in and out, which is pretty cool. I don't know. We'll think about that. Alright, so let's get this guy up and running. Let's see. Which side? Right, that side goes up. And then just like that. And this just like a little bit harder to glue. Fuck. That other magnet's going to make this really annoying. I didn't think about that when I did this. If I had thought about that, I would have put something else there. So let's see if we can trick it out. Let's see if we can get it to behave. By maybe putting a magnet between them like that. Yeah, there we go. That works. Job done. So I basically built a magnet bridge between the two magnets. So that way they're still like connected to each other, so it doesn't feel like it needs to like rip up and pull the glue up. So, moment of truth. And clearly magnetize. Okay, so it is going to work. It's just not going to be super... I don't know. Sometimes it works really well. Out of curiosity, let's play with it a little bit. Let's... Okay, yeah, there was just empty space between the two magnets. That's why it wasn't sitting really well. Yeah. I can basically like whip this thing back and forth now, so. Yeah, so she's good. She's really good. Alright, and then our little magnetized clone commander as well. And then let's get him on his base. Where did I put the clear base rod? Oh, crap. Alright, well, we'll find that, and we'll get him on his base in a minute. Because I want to build Captain Rex before I have to call it as a stream. And we are fastly approaching that time. Man, where the hell did his flight stand go? God, I am just losing everything these days. I lost the night base for my knight. Oh, she's empty as well. Can't find the flight stand of this guy. Oh, yeah. It's probably just up in here somewhere. Watch me struggle to open this tiny little Ziploc. There we go. Job done. Alright, here's his instructions. He's nice and simple because he's one guy. He does have some options. It looks like he gets different head options. And these are his cards. And then his tokens. So you're never going to run into a situation where you don't have the tokens for the model, because every time you buy a model, it comes with all the tokens for it. So like he's got extra like wound counters. I think these are wound counters. Yeah, he's got wound counter, suppression token, stuff like that. And then this is his juice and during activation token. So, alright, we're done. Cool. No, there we go. Yeah, detail is really good, especially for soft plastic. I believe this is the last guy they made in soft plastic in this range. So we will be using our friend the super glue. And we do get different helmet options. That is a phase 1 helmet. This is a phase 2 helmet. The phase 2 helmet is cooler looking. And then we have a bald head as well. The phase 2 helmet's cooler looking. But honestly, all my guys so far are phase 1 guys. So I'm probably going to make him as a phase 1. Go. So this guy gets a cool rule where basically he can like shoot multiple guys. Like he can essentially roll up and like shoot multiple units, like pew, 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 pew. It's pretty cool. Alright, moment of truth. Let's look at the phase 2 head. It's pretty cool. Look at the phase 1 head. That's lame, but he would better match my guys. So, let's look at the ARC Trooper heads for a second. Alright, so the ARC Troopers have phase 1 and phase 2 as well, because you can see they have the ones here that don't have the tails on them. Choices. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with the phase 2. No, we're doing the phase 1. Oh, such hard decisions. Yeah, it looks good. I think the phase 1, I think I'm leaning on it because it reminds me more of the Jenny Tarkovsky cartoon, which is all phase 1s. There we go. Clone Captain Rex. Alright, so let me open this up and show off these runners. I'm not going to have time to build them today, unfortunately. But we can at least take a look at the runners. So, these are his extra pieces. They can go over there. The instructions. Alright, so you get some flight stands for them, which is pretty cool because some of them have little Boba Fett style backpacks. And you have the big DC-15s. Here you can see all the head options you have. These are the ones without the tails. There's some pistols. These are the head options with the tails. So as much as I like Mr. Rex here, you can see compared to like that chest piece there, the hard plastic has much sharper detail on it. It looks much nicer. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's Clone Captain Rex, and that's the ARC Troopers, which I will probably build this afternoon after I get some lunch. And this is our fully magnetized tank that we finished. Except gluing down to the base, because I don't know what I did with the flight stand. It's probably out of my car. But he is fully magnetized as we showed off. So, commander is magnetized. Turret's magnetized. Side guns are magnetized. So, lots of fun little posability in that. Roger, roger. So yeah, really cool model. I like the tank a lot. Clone Captain Rex is also nice. I need to find the flight stand for the tank, and we are golden. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap up there. I think the flight stand for the tank might actually be in my car. Now that I think about it. Unless I dropped it somewhere. Alright, well, I'll find that. I'm probably going to build these guys off stream. And yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching me build and magnetize this AAT tank. Again, there's the shot of the inside on how I magnetize the turret. and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So thank you guys. I'm gonna get some lunch. Have a pleasant Sunday.